you want to become an apprentice. Do you think you've got what it takes to become one? This is what you need to do and what you need to know to become an apprentice.
Hold up.
Hey guys, my name is Shelby Downey and welcome back to my channel. If this is the first time you are seeing me, hello! When I hit 1,000 subs, I am going to be doing a massive giveaway which you do not want to miss. So help me get to 1,000 subs and you could be the winner. I get this question almost every second day. I want to become a tattoo artist. Do you guys do apprenticeships? What is an apprentice? How can I be an apprentice? So today's video is how to get an apprenticeship. You need to firstly be an artist. You need to be able to draw and paint and design things and use your imagination to create things. You need to have the fundamentals down, okay? You need to put a portfolio together to showcase your artistic talent. We want to see illustrative, we want to see pencil, pen, fine liner, bit of painting as well. We want to see if you understand different techniques, right? So show different pencil techniques, pen techniques. We want to know if you know color theory. We want to know if you know perspective and relativity. And we want to know that you know the fundamentals of art, because we don't want to have to teach that to you. We're here to teach you how to be a tattoo artist and not how to draw. Now, with that being said, sometimes if we see potential in you, and let's say you haven't quite figured out how to shade a certain way, right? That might be overlooked because you have all the other fundamentals down. But if you are lacking in almost all the fundamentals, go back to the drawing board and continue and practice until you are confident in your portfolio and what you can do. With your portfolio as well, make sure you include as many different types and styles of drawings or sketches that you can, right? Don't just give me your portfolio and you have taken a whole bunch of Pinterest traditional tattoos that have already been designed and tattooed and you've just redrawn them. No, we don't want to see that. We want to see your original things, okay? We want to see if you know the fundamentals and techniques. Again, very important. We want to see if you have the talent to become a tattoo artist. Once you have compiled your portfolio, you're needing to obviously present it to us. So make sure that it is laid out in some kind of folder or something that looks professional and well put together. Okay, we don't want your actual sketchbook handed to us where one page is beautiful, the next page is like you testing shit out and it's messy and disgusting and there's fingerprints everywhere. We don't want to see your process. We want to see the final product. So if that means you have to tear it out of your sketchbook or make copies of it or something like that, do that and present it in some kind of file that looks professional and well thought out and put together. That will leave a really good impression on the studio mentor that you are going and sitting down with and having a talk to, because they will see that you are professional, you are clean and organized and tidy. Things you need to be as a tattoo artist. Okay, so present it nicely. Presentation is key. Remember, you are showcasing yourself and your talent. You need to make sure that what you are giving is a good representation of not only your talent but your work ethic as well. So now you have that, you have it all nicely put together. Now you're gonna find a studio. This is when it becomes slightly more challenging because not a lot of tattoo studios are willing to take on apprentices. Now there's two main reasons why, okay? For us to teach you, it is using the studio's resources that they're having to pay for. So it's costing us money to have you there. So a lot of the time studios don't want that extra expense. The second one is time. Not a lot of tattoo studios or tattoo artists want to take time out of their work to teach you, because essentially time is our money. So those are the two main reasons. So you might have to approach a few different studios looking for an apprenticeship. Now, how to go about approaching a studio. So the first thing that you want to do is find out a little bit about the studio. It's kind of the same if you were going for a job interview. You don't want to kind of go in there and know nothing about the studio or any of the artists or anything like that. You want to kind of have some background as to why you want to be at that particular studio, okay? Because I guarantee you, in your interview, they will ask you, why us? And you need to have a reason why you want to learn under the mentor as well as be in that studio. So make sure you have some kind of answer to that. With finding a studio as well, you are going to get denied a few times. Don't let that put you off. It's going to happen. You will find the right studio for you. You will be fine, and just persevere and don't give up. Okay, do not give up. It's worth it, I promise. So once you have found said studios, you are going to email them. You will want to introduce yourself and ask them if they are looking for any apprentices or offering any apprenticeships at that current stage, as well as attaching some of your portfolio. When I say some of, right, obviously if you have a portfolio of 50 pieces, we don't want all 50 pieces to go through on the email. We want, like, let's say best 5 to 10, and then kind of state that if they are interested, you will bring more of your portfolio for them to see in the meeting, kind of thing, if that makes sense. Okay, so just kind of like, are you looking for apprenticeship? This is the reason that I want to become a tattoo artist. Please see attached a few of my portfolio pieces. I can show you more on request, or if you are interested, I can bring some for you to have a look in person. Okay, so the reason why I say email first and not just pitch up at the studio, the chances are is that the person that you are going to be learning from, they're busy, right? They don't have time for every single person coming into the studio asking for an apprenticeship. They don't have a spare 20 minutes to sit down with you and talk about why you want to become a tattoo artist just for you not to have a portfolio, or you don't have any of the fundamentals, right? So that's why attaching a portfolio on the email is a good way for us to kind of quickly have a look through and be like, oh wow, this person shows a great potential. I'd like to meet this person and find out more. Or you're not exactly the kind of person we're looking for. Thank you so much though. Good luck on your search. So emailing beforehand also is a little bit more professional, right? That way, if the person is interested in potentially taking you on as apprentice, they will be able to find a time that is suitable for them to also be able to sit down with you and have a conversation and learn more about you. So email first, more professional. Also, it's a good impression on us because you're valuing our time, if that makes sense. So do that. When you finally land that interview for your apprenticeship with your studio and you're excited, you want to be a few minutes early as well. You obviously are going to be nervous, that is normal, but try and be as confident as possible. There's nothing worse and more awkward than kind of sitting there and like I'm trying to interview somebody and they're like yeah, and then this is my other piece, and it's just, it makes you feel uncomfortable, and it kind of gives the impression that they're not confident enough to be a tattoo artist. And now what I mean by that is, being a tattoo artist, there is a huge ton of stress and pressure on a daily basis. You have to be confident every single day walking into that shop, right? And if you're not, you have to fake it, because as soon as you show fear, it's going to make the client uneasy, and therefore you're going to start doubting yourself. So you need to be a confident person if you are in the tattoo industry. Now obviously there are people that are slightly shy and a bit socially awkward and all that kind of stuff, but they're still confident in their work, therefore they exude confidence. So if you are showing off your portfolio and you're not showing that you're confident about your work, that's making us doubt your ability. Be confident in yourself and your work. You should be proud of your portfolio and of your work, and that should exude during the interview. With that being said though, don't be cocky. If you think you're the best and you can't learn from anybody, we're not going to take you on as apprentice. We don't want that energy or that attitude, okay? We do not want it. When you are an apprentice, you know nothing, Jon Snow. Absolutely nothing, okay? Don't be cocky. During the interview as well, it's incredibly important for you to ask about what the apprenticeship entails. Now, what I mean by that is every studio and mentor will have a slightly different variation of apprenticeship, if I could say that, where the fundamentals are obviously the same, but slight things will differ. You also need to remember that apprenticeships are unpaid, again, because they're costing the artist and the studio time and money, right? So they are unpaid, so that is a huge thing to factor in, you wanting to get an apprenticeship as well. But basically, be ready to be the shop's bitch, right? You're going to be cleaning, you're going to be running errands, you're going to be doing like real shitty work, but it's going to be worth it, okay? It's going to be worth it. I think the one advice I can give you if you're wanting to become a tattoo apprentice is be humble, please. There's nothing more frustrating than an apprentice that thinks that they are better or know more than the tattoo artist. I do not care if you have a degree in fine arts or graphic design. It is different than tattooing, and if you tell me that something I am doing is wrong, we're gonna have a problem because you don't know what you're talking about, okay? Just because you have tattoos doesn't mean you know how to tattoo. So be humble, don't be arrogant, you don't know anything, shush, and know that your place is right at the bottom of the food chain, okay? It is an honor to even be in this shop and in the studio as an apprentice, so don't act like they're doing themselves a favor by having you there, okay? Don't. I've had a few apprentices before that have had the absolute worst attitude. The worst attitude. Needless to say, they didn't make it, okay? One I told to basically fuck off and leave after a week, because in the interview he was really nice and really like humble and confident and willing to learn, but as soon as it came to it, I still have PTSD, okay? Oh, okay. Be confident in the interview, but then when you're actually landed the apprenticeship, be humble. You're at the bottom of the food chain, okay? As you can see, I'm very passionate about this. So you're an apprentice, shush, speak when spoken to, okay? Thank you. Anyway, so that is pretty much the gist of how to get the apprenticeship, right? There's a whole lot more that kind of goes into it, but that's just kind of a summary version of, if you're wanting to find out what the first steps are to be able to land that apprenticeship, those are pretty much it. You need to put a bomb-ass portfolio together showcasing your talent, your understanding of techniques, and all of those fundamentals of art, right? You need to do that. Then you need to email the studio that you are wanting to basically represent, because that's what you're going to be doing. After you've emailed them and they want to get to know you more, then you go to an interview well dressed, and please, for the love of God, be clean and smell nice. Please. I've had so many people come and there's stink of cigarette smoke and they're chewing gum and they're just body odor and it's just disgusting, and I'm like, you want to work in a clean, sterile environment and you can't even clean yourself? No. Instantly no. Okay, so be clean, be punctual, be polite. Please be polite, be humble, be confident, and be nice. and just be yourself. I think that's super important as well. There's nothing worse than, like that idiot apprentice I had, right? There's nothing worse than you meet somebody and they seem really nice, and then you take them on as apprentice, and then you get so disappointed because they were pretending just to kind of get the apprenticeship, and now that they're an apprentice, they're an asshole. You don't want that, okay? You don't want that. So just be yourself. Once you land the apprenticeship, you will possibly do a trial few weeks or month and see how it goes, see if you guys gel with each other and the other artists in the studio, and then things will be taken from there. So that is pretty much the first phase of apprenticeship. I will be making more of these videos explaining a little bit more about the apprentice journey, but this is step one, phase one, whatever you want to call it. These are the fundamentals of how to land the apprenticeship. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below if you guys want me to touch on anything specific with regarding to any tattoo related things or apprentice questions that you may have. I'm all ears, so yes, let me know. And please make sure that you subscribe to my channel as well. When I hit 1,000 subs, I'm going to be doing a massive giveaway. So yes, you could win if you subscribe. Hey guys, have a wonderful rest of your day or evening or whatever it is when this video finds you, and I will see you soon with a new video.
Hold up.